in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. Oh, a good-looking return setup here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Heineke now from the 50. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 29-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A shotgun give to Fournette. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
try and run for it with Fournette. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early. And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort, but instead he sets his guys up in excellent shape.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. These two teams all tied after one. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Gibson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. McKissick is in. Touchdown, Washington. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Rumbling past the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running left, it's Fournette. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down at 5. Now Vaughn.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. This is Vaughn. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Keyshawn Vaughn. Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From the 6. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. On 1st and 10, Heineke. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Heineke to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Heineke. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So we've reached halftime here at our Nations Cup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
2nd and 8. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he worked.
Acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down throw for Heineke. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one will not get left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. To throw, it's Brady.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
On the run is Vaughn.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback, just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
And Fournette with a first down carry as he works his way forward for a nice pickup of about 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 4. Brady gives this one off to Jones.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady gives to Michelle. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. On EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he won't have the the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end zone.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Well, the Jets sweep. This is Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. From the 38, Heineke. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they've got it well across midfield. Down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Heineke looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Once more, Gibson.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Throwing, Heineke.
Now a leaping catch, he's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. On 2nd and goal, Heineke. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And Washington has once again taken the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Probably had 60,000 thinking.
Big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Second and 9. Brady to throw. That's to Evans, and what a nice catch that is. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back to throw, Brady. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely.
Guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Taken from about the 12. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed something.